Chrissy Swan Show.
Oh, yeah. Hey, did you hear that ad about the shopping spree at Priceline?
Yeah, what is that?
I am so excited. I get to go shopping with a winner and their best friend at a Priceline store.
Sort of
the
like
three of us together with our pink baskets.
what we did last year almost at the beauty prescription live.
No, at Chermside.
Oh, of course.
Yes. So if you are a member of the Sister Club, just scan your card. And if you're not, join up, scan your card, spend $40, very easy to do. And then you could be meeting me. I mean, I will be the most excited person in that trio, no doubt.
You will, and you also will need to have a time limit set because otherwise you just spend hours in there and it's a bit ridiculous.
I've got so much information that I need to share with everybody about mascaras and primers, okay?
We really need to organise you a QVC show.
Now,
ASAP.
I seek your counsel. I am so good at looking after so many people, and I know that there will be thousands of people nodding their head right now agreeing with me. I think I might have forgotten how to look after myself, and I've got a specific question about something that's happened to me and I don't know what to do about it.
You can fold or scrunch the toilet paper, Swanee.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
God, I love it. You are listening to the Chrissy Swan Show.
So does Donald Trump at the moment, Swanee. He loves
Yuck.
Taylor.
We're going to be talking about that, but I mean, look, first things first, get her name out of your mouth. I want your advice. And I may get it from you, Jack, but sometimes something happens in life. And when it happens to you, you don't know what to do. When it happens to someone else, you know exactly what to do. And I am in this situation. So when I decided to make Neil Perry's lasagna on the weekend, I did not have 500 grams of buffalo mozzarella in my fridge. Why would I?
That's a lot of mozzarella, isn't it?
Yes. And you know that I have outsourced a lot of supermarket stuff to Uber Eats because someone does it for you and it doesn't cost anything, right? So I ordered buffalo mozzarella and a few other bits and pieces, some fresh basil, whatever, because I was excited to make it for my kids and for you, and I've brought it in today.
I know, I'm so excited to eat.
I know. So I get the notification that it's waiting for me at the gate. I lurk inside and wait until no one's there because I'm still in my hoodie and I smell like I've been living under a bridge at that stage. I haven't been dressed for 4 days. Anyway, I'm walking out the front and I slip over. A over T.
Oh, Swanee.
It's like a light bit of rain and I went, woo, and I actually went down and I broke my fall with my hand.
You are too young to be having falls.
I know, because I was wearing slippers. I was wearing Uggs and they're not very grippy.
No. You were asking for it.
Literally, I've done this to myself. If it happened to one of my kids, I would know what to do, which is nothing at that stage. So I did nothing. I came in, made the lasagna, blah, blah, blah. As you know, my wrist has been playing up for years.
Terrible.
Anyway, very painful. But I think that I may have broken it or fractured it because ever since, I made that, today's Tuesday, I made the lasagna on Sunday. It is more painful and more swollen.
Oh, Swanee, there's a bit of colour to it as well. I'm just looking at it now.
Now, I'm a tough woman and I can normally push through, but I have been popping a lot of Panamax. I don't know what to do. Amy, I seek your counsel. What?
You need to go to the hospital.
Do I?
Yeah.
That's it. I don't have
to
time.
get an X-ray.
But I don't have time for that.
But I get what you're saying as well, Swanee. And Amy, in situations like this, you almost feel like it's not important enough or like emergency vibed
I did
enough.
the same thing for my daughter's big toe at gymnastics. I didn't take her for like 5 days.
Okay, and then what happened? Did it get
It just
better?
kept getting bigger.
And then eventually
so the
you
swelling
had...
kept getting bigger. And
Right.
then I took her to the doctor and they're like, nope, you need to go to emergency.
I don't want to go to emergency. I don't have the time, Amy.
Priceline pharmacy voucher for you, Amy. Ashka, what should Swanee do?
Ashka, what am I doing now?
I definitely would go to the hospital. My mum did the same thing the day of her surprise 50th birthday, and she broke her wrist and surprised everyone when everyone got there and Mum was in the hospital.
Surprise!
The drama of it all.
See, but the thing is, Ashka, I don't know how many obligations you've got in your life, but I can't take a few hours off at any point to get an X-ray. I can't. I don't have the time.
I know, but you're going to have to just tell the kids tonight, guys, it's an Uber Eats job. Mama's going to be laying down at the Alfred.
It's disfigured and it's so sore.
Courtney, let's finish with you.
I look like something, like those
It is
people
puffy.
those people that like really dress up their yards for Halloween and they've got those wizened hands that come out of the yard. That's what it looks like.
Well, you don't want to take a couple of hours off, but, if you don't go to the hospital now, you could have a few days off because it's going to get worse.
Is it,
if you think
Courtney?
about it like that. Yes.
So what would you do if you had fallen and it hurt a bit and then you went, oh, that's okay, I probably just hurt it a bit, it's fine. And then 2 days later, you were writhing in agony at 2 a.m. going, oh, that's really sore. What exactly would you do next?
Straight up to the hospital because I think if it's going to get worse and then you're going to need longer time off of work or all your other responsibilities. It could be days off where you can take a few hours out of your day, go get it looked at,
all right,
just
Jack.
in case.
Jack, that means that you're alone for the rest of the show.
Okay, see ya. Tom, call Joel Creasy, get him back from New Zealand. We need to fill in.
How bad is it?
Hey,
It's disfigured.
you could start drinking again. That numbs most things.
Actually, that is not a bad idea.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Download the free Priceline Pharmacy app and skip the prescription queue. With its handy pre-order function, order your script and they'll message you when it's ready.
Visit priceline.com.au for more details about the Priceline app. The Chrissy Swan Show.
We need to talk about Andrew Tate, please.
That dog.
Now, he has not infiltrated my house yet. I've got basically 2 teenage boys at home. Can you believe that? I mean, it feels like yesterday they were born. But they haven't spoken to me about this person, Andrew Tate. I have heard the name.
Yeah, like seen it pop up and stuff.
Yes, but this morning I saw a little grab and I just want to know, who the hell is he? Have a listen.
I am absolutely sexist and I'm absolutely a misogynist.
I believe a woman is given to the man in marriage. I also believe a man has a duty to protect and provide for her.
It's very easy for a teenager with their hormones and their lack of life experience to take the things I say and weaponize them and use them in the incorrect context. However, that is not my fault.
Problematic.
Problematic. Who is he? Does he have a podcast? Where is he spouting all this stuff?
He's spouting it on social media and on podcasts. He appears on a lot of podcasts. He's been on Piers Morgan, Swanee. He did start as a kickboxer before he sort of found his way into being a influencer and identity.
Well, it says here, years active, 2005 to present, known for kickboxing, Big Brother and criminal charges. I mean, is there a better top 3 than that?
What a trio.
Now, as I said, he hasn't infiltrated my house, but I feel like this guy is a problem. Is Andrew Tate, is that name in your house? And how are you dealing with it? And what do you say to your sons? Because I think he might not even believe what he's saying.
I'm with you.
But every generation has something that they like because their parents don't like it. So it's all part of this kind of like testing the boundaries. And, when I was younger, I liked the Beastie Boys and Run DMC and my mum couldn't stand it. And I don't even know if I really liked them. But because my mum hated rap and thought that the Beastie Boys were stupid, then I was like, I love them.
It's the thing that's naughty to like that you want to be naughty for. Like, I was like that as a kid. It's like smoking. Smoking, like, I didn't enjoy it, but you tried it a couple of times to be naughty and feel it.
Because you're testing the boundaries.
And I think, like you said, Swanee, kids these days that, like, they live on TikTok and on social media, they would be absorbing this dude.
Yeah.
Luckily, like, I'm obviously in an age where I know to swipe past him, and that I think a lot of what he says and does is just for clicks, because in that little grab we listened to before, he says, I'm definitely a misogynist, right?
Yeah, he's like, I'm definitely a misogynist.
In that same interview, Swanee, he says this.
Do you think you're a misogynist?
Absolutely not. I'm not a misogynist on any level. This is one of those buzzwords they just throw at people randomly. Homophobic, racist, misogynist, they just throw it out at people.
So he's just saying stuff to be outrageous and create headlines.
He seems dangerous. Is Andrew Tate a problem in your house? How are you dealing with it?
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
We're talking Andrew Tate. he hasn't really infiltrated my house yet.
That's good.
But I reckon he might be a problem if he does. He says all sorts of weird things. I saw a little snippet this morning and I thought it's time for me to start paying attention.
Yeah, okay.
to Andrew Tate, because I've got to formulate what I'm going to say and how I'm going to deal with it.
And he's been incarcerated before, Swanee. He's been
he's up on human trafficking charges. Like, it's bad.
Accused of really, really terrible stuff. But he's all over TikTok and X, etc.
Yes. Sam, has he infiltrated your life?
He is not to be mentioned in my household. I told my teenage son and his friend when he was living with us that he's not to be mentioned because...
Oh, because...
Oh, sorry. Because he's just not somebody that I want my boys to aspire to be like, considering he's trying to be an influencer.
Do you think, though, Sam, and just hear me out here, do you reckon, though, that part of the appeal is that he says such outrageous stuff that your kids know that you would disagree with, and that's part of the appeal? It's like, well, I don't have to believe everything my mum believes.
No, I've taught my son ever since he was a young age that he's to respect women. And if a woman was ever to lay her hands on him, that he's never to even hit her back. Like, a lot of people have a different view and say, oh, you want to act like a man, you want to throw hands like a man, then you deserve to be hit like a man. But I've always told my son, no. You don't ever hit a woman back, even if she does hit you, and if she's in the wrong, you just walk away. And the way he views women and the way he speaks about women is disgusting.
It's pretty gross. I mean, I haven't heard a huge amount, but I just can't believe that somebody really believes what he's saying. That's all.
I get where you're coming from.
Yeah,
Swanee.
I feel like he's saying it to get a reaction. Xavier, is he getting a reaction from you?
In a way, it can be positive and negative at the same time.
Okay, so what is the? I mean, the negative is clear to see. What's the positive elements of this person?
This man, can be factual in certain times, in certain agendas, in certain reels when it comes to YouTube or Instagram when he pops up. And there's a lot of youth that get engaged towards these kind of reels and TikToks.
I think the reason he's getting the views, though, Xavier, is because he's saying controversial, inflammatory things. I don't think it's necessarily because they're factual or correct.
Yeah.
And you're,
in a way. Yes.
And you're a fan of it. You're a fan of him.
Well, I'm intrigued in him because he's different. He's different to what how everyone else is. There are a few things he loves to spill out that we are unknown. Like, certain societies, certain communities.
Yeah.
And I'm just intrigued overall, personally.
And would your mum be like, don't listen to Andrew Tate, if she was still bossing you around?
Yes. Like, just depending on the agendas he'd bring up, some of them can be, against, our household, like women. Family.
Yeah.
Like,
if you are, I mean, you've listened to what he says and you sort of agree with some of it. Is that the sort of belief that you can, say socially? Is that... I'm trying to get my head around who this guy is.
I don't think so, Swanee. I think a lot of the things he says, if you were to go out to a pub, I don't think it would pass the pub test.
No.
I think you could find yourself in some serious trouble in 2024 repeating any of what he says.
Right. And even if you say, Andrew Tate's got some good points, is that like...
It's like...
What are you saying?
Yeah, what are you saying?
What are they?
Even the sort of safest things he says, or I've heard him say, are pretty awful and pretty racist and homophobic.
So why does he... What's going on? How come, but people get banned off social medias for showing a buzzy and he's allowed to say all this
That's
and not
so
get
true.
banned?
That is a good point. Let's
All
finish
right.
with Jazz quickly.
Hey, Jazz.
Hi, Chrissy. How are you?
Good. Now, what happened with your younger brother?
So my younger brother, he's 15, and he kind of... Andrew Tate was a little bit of a phase, but he kind of engages in this whole, like, oh, yeah, women drivers are not good, blah, blah, blah. And so we kind of stopped sort of giving him any retaliation, and it kind of died off.
Yeah.
But the school we went to actually banned Andrew Tate from being talked about and on the school, and they sent all these emails out to all the parents
See,
about who he is and
I
what
don't-
he's doing, and
I don't reckon banning at home or at school ever works. I reckon the more you talk about it, the less power these people have.
100%.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's go clicking.
Chrissy's clickbait.
I'm always so impressed with really anyone that gets married. It's so brave.
It is brave.
And then to do it twice or 3 times, also very brave.
3 times, you must really believe in love
I agree.
to go again.
Of course, I'm. What's triggered me in the parlance of our times is happy news for Naomi Watts and her boyfriend / now new husband Billy Crudup, who tied the knot recently. Photos look joyous and wonderful.
For a second time, too.
For a second time.
Like, you got married secretly a year ago, guys.
What do you think of secret weddings?
I think they're cute. Because if you don't really want the whole fanfare,
Then why do you get married?
maybe just because people want the legality of it or to share the last name. I don't know. Yeah, it's an interesting point.
I mean, I suppose it might be a nice exchange just privately. And, I'm a very private person, so that appeals to me. But also, love a party.
Yeah, true. And maybe that's what they realised after a year. Hang on.
Yeah. And I
didn't get to
reckon,
party.
I reckon they're friends. Like, if I was friends with Naomi Watts and she said, me and Billy got married, I'd be like, oh, I missed an opportunity to have a little cry and be moved.
Yeah. And I did see, Isla Fisher was there tearing up the D floor. Maybe her friends did get a bit
Newly
flat.
single as
Yeah.
well, Isla Fisher. I also want to talk about Billy Crudup because you were like, oh, hang on, has he been around for a while? Yes, he has. So you know him from...
The Morning Show. Corey Ellison is his character, and he plays a boss or like an executive at the TV station with Jen Aniston and Reese Witherspoon.
Well, I first came across Billy Crudup. Actually, he got cancelled.
Did he?
Yeah. So he was he was an early adopter in the cancel sort of stakes. So I first came across Billy Crudup in a fantastic film called Almost Famous,
Okay.
which has the best soundtrack ever. Have you seen Almost Famous?
No, but I'm adding it to my list.
Oh my God, you will love it so much. It's the true story of a Rolling Stone journalist who started being a Rolling Stone journalist when he was a teenager. And he goes on the road with a big hippie band.
Sick.
And Kate Hudson's in it. And it was the first time I ever heard this song by Elton John.
The Great.
I had never heard it. And there is a scene in that film. Kate Hudson plays a groupie.
I love Kate Hudson.
Oh my God, I've just got goosebumps. And she's on the tour bus. She infiltrates the band.
Gorgeous.
And oh God, it's just so gorgeous.
I'm going to watch it tonight.
Just for the band. You will love it so much. So it's the story of Cameron Crowe, who is still a journalist. Anyway, then he was married to an actress, Billy Crudup. Not the character, the guy. And I can see her face, but I can't think of her name. And he left her, he cheated on her when she was pregnant. When she was just about to have a baby. And he became box office poison. Didn't work for 20 years. But he did his time.
Wait, he was cancelled for cheating?
Yeah.
That feels unfair. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I remember the story very clearly. His wife at the time had long brown hair. She was another actress.
Oh, Mary Louise from Leeds.
Yes. So she was just about to have a baby, and then he did that thing that some men do that isn't very nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there you go. He was cancelled, but now he's back and he's got new love with Naomi Watts. So what goes around comes around, and you can survive it. Apple has got a new update, the iOS 18.
I can't believe we're up to iOS 18.
I know, and
feels
also
nuts.
I'm so impatient for the updates. If anything goes slightly wrong with my phone, I check the settings, and it always says your phone is due for an update tonight. So I've got auto.
Yeah.
I do it straight away.
Do you have room for your updates? My storage is always too full to update.
Mate, $14.99. You pay the extra, bang.
I pay for that, but it's still, I don't because I have too many messages.
There's no way that you're paying for the big bump
No,
of
I am.
$14.99.
I am, but because of the amount of messages I have and I refuse to delete messages, it still clogs the phone up.
No, I'm going to have a play around with your phone. I can't believe that I
know.
am helping you. The thing I'm the most excited about here is that, there's a couple of things. One, You can transfer money to each other by bumping.
Just tapping by
which
bumping.
I love, bumping.
That's so boomer. I love it.
Bumping,
Just by bumping.
which I just love. I felt like that was already possible, but it's not. Secondly, you can make your own emojis.
That's
so, like, if you
cool.
specifically want a picture of a smoked salmon bagel with dill, it will make it.
Like an AI emoji
Oh my
machine.
God, I love it. But how's this? It's apparently going to be a cheater's paradise. You can hide apps on your phone. So if anybody's looking at your phone, they cannot see what apps you've got.
What app are you going to be hiding, Swanee?
Probably Timo.
This is the Chrissy Swan Show.
Yesterday, Jack, I was telling you about my top 5 highlights from the weekend, which I like to do on a Monday. And it's something I recommend because it forces you into gratitude, even when you're sitting there going, oh, I've done nothing. That's not true if you think about it for slightly longer. Now, I revealed to you that I had solved a problem that had been vexing me for a while. Something for my incense sticks to go in.
Yes.
Because I used to have, you know, the incense sticks on the little bits of timber, but now it's all stick. And so they're thicker.
And it's hard to...
It's hard to find something that they go in.
Yeah, to place it.
So I made my own out of Fimo. Did you used to play with Fimo when you were little?
No, I don't.
So it's like it's a modelling clay. And,
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
you normally make figurines and you bake it. So I was thinking, I wonder what I don't know anything about clay. I don't know anything about pottery, but I know about Fimo. So I made my own little holder and I measured the incense stick, and on an angle it sits beautifully. And you mentioned that you would like some.
Yes.
So I've brought you 2 that I have made from my fair hand at my kitchen table.
And you've
Now,
even painted them, Swanee.
I don't know. They've just got clear nail polish on them. I thought I'd juice them up a bit for you. But they work a treat. I don't know
look
about the
great.
design for you.
Why?
I don't know. They're a little bit sort of gourmand. You know, I just sort of made them with a gourmand vibe.
They're great.
I can make some more stylish ones if you like, but please take them, and I
I
think they're going to
love
work
them.
really well.
Thank you. That is exactly what I need. And
Yes.
also, the nail polish looks like proper paint.
It isn't. It
could get away
absolutely
with
isn't.
that.
No. It's Sally Hansen diamond nails.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
We've got a bumper edition of Quizzy.
Chrissy's Quizzy.
I mean, there were crazy scenes in my house last night
Why is that?
because I dropped the bombshell after only just realising that my daughter Peg finishes school on the 21st for the term and my sons don't finish till the 28th.
Wait, is
None of them knew.
Is Peg getting 3 weeks of holidays?
Yep.
And the others are getting 2?
Yep.
Oh, that's grim.
Yeah.
Did they try and argue for an extra week?
Yeah, absolutely not. I've got a zero tolerance policy. But the wry smile on Peg's face when she was at the sink, just going, she goes, well, that's made my day.
Yes, Peg.
Hello, Jerry.
Hey.
Hey, school holidays are coming up. How much would you love this family pass to go to the movies?
I've got kids that are obsessed with Minions, so this would be so good.
I never understood the Minions, and then all of a sudden I did.
Yeah.
I've never seen Despicable Me.
Oh, it's so fun,
It's
isn't
pretty
it?
good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. There's a handful of films that, as a parent, you're happy to see.
Okay.
For me, Despicable Me is one franchise, the Toy Story franchise, gorgeous. And there's another one that Inside Out, every day of the week, love it.
Is Inside Out with anxiety and shame? Is that with the emotions?
Yes. Not only is it in Inside Out, it's in your head every Sunday morning. Hello, Peter.
Hello.
Where's your nearest cinema? Down at Pack Fair?
No, the Hyperdome.
Ah, excellent. All right, let's get one of you the bum bag. Do we have enough passes to give them to both ladies?
We don't.
We don't.
Yes.
Okay, I'm being naughty.
Yeah, you are. Well, Tom's even giving you the big cross.
God, I remember the days that you couldn't give away enough. Do you know what I mean? What's
I know.
happened?
2024, man. It's
Because he lives.
grim place.
Question number 1, Naomi Watts and Billy Crudup have done what for a second time?
Peter,
Yes, Peter?
getting married.
Yes, they got married for a second time. Well, actually, they got married to each other for a second time, but they've each been married to other people before, so it's sort of third time.
Yeah.
Edamame is something that you would be found in what?
Jerry,
Yes, Jerry?
sushi shop?
Yeah. Japanese restaurant. You know you can get them frozen and they really zhuzh up your Japanese rice bowl.
I love edamame.
So do I.
I could eat it. That's one of those things I could have for every meal.
But why are they so good at a restaurant when you pop them out of that salty, suede shell?
And I need flaky salt on them.
Oh, my God, the best. Question number 3. 32 years ago today, the song Papa Don't, I'm in trouble, dear.
Jerry,
Yes, Jerry.
is it Madonna? Or Papa Don't Preach?
It is Madonna. Now, look, I don't know how old either of you are, but how badly did you want to be a teen single mother?
Oh, I was more the Kelly Osbourne era for that.
Oh, my God. I wanted that so bad.
Why?
I just wanted it. I just loved it. And you know what? As that makes sense with my character.
Yeah,
The
okay.
lone wolf, I'll do it all myself, don't you worry. I always thought it would never be a bad thing to be a teen mother.
That's so great.
Question number 4.
Hey, 2 points to Jerry, 1 to Peter. Jerry, this is for the win.
Several celebrities did what at the MCG?
Jerry.
Yes, Jerry?
Went down a big slide.
Yes, they did. Did you see Pat Rafter?
I did.
Amazing. Jerry, you have got the bum bag and the movie pass. Peter,
Thank
I'm
you
so
so
sorry.
much.
Cosy Lives means we've got nothing for you but a big kiss and a hug.
That's okay. We'll have to see it another time.
Oh, my God. Is there nothing?
The Chrissy Swan Show.
We're going to try and track down the oldest person that still lives at home
I love it.
because I gave it a good run for my money. I moved out when I was 20 or 21, which was quite late at the time. Most of my friends, yeah.
See, nowadays I feel like that's young.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like people are really staying there, and for good reason. Life is far more expensive
Oh,
now.
yeah. My kids, Leo is going to be the first out. You know, he's the first out of my body. He's going to be the first out of the home. He is adamant. He's like, Mum, minimum 26. You can plan it.
Really?
Yeah, but I love having them around. I'm really fine with that.
All 3 of them been there the whole time.
Like until they're 60. I know it's dysfunctional.
Do you think you'll get over them, though, once they're in their 20s?
No. I think it's even better because I don't feel like their mother anyway.
Yeah.
I feel like we're housemates as it is and they're kids. So can you imagine when we're proper housemates?
Yeah, okay.
I love it, but I'll pay for everything as usual. Now, this topic comes from a classic clickbait. The Daily Mail posted something. A young woman holding a glass of red wine, looking obviously on holiday. There's some peasant sleeves involved and an apricot dress. She's in Italy, I think, or maybe Sydney in the background. I don't know. But the headline is, she has shared the little-known secret to never paying rent. Now, in this Cosy Lives, everyone's going to click on that.
I sure as hell did.
Yes. How much rent do you pay a week?
Ooh, I think... Well, I'm in an apartment with myself and my housemate. It's $800 a week, I believe. So it's pretty good.
It's not each.
No, $400 each a week. No. Yeah.
That's so much money.
No, Swanee, that's good for the apartment I have. My mates are in apartments, 2-bedroom, $1,000 a week.
That is outrageous to me.
I know, but it's expensive to live close to the city.
It really is. So, of course, she has shared the little-known secret to never paying rent. Of course, you click on that. You read the article.
Tell me the secret!
Alana Avallone from Sydney discovered her love of travel during a Contiki tour in Italy. I know what goes on there, Alana. It wasn't just the pizza you were tasting, was it?
No.
Now, she did that in June last year and she was already planning another, but the only way that she could do it is to live rent-free. And how did she achieve that? She lives with her parents.
Mom and Dad.
And she says, the only way that I can save up is if I live with my parents, and you should do the same if you can.
Or another tip I would give is just get them to pay for your Europe trip.
Is that what's happening, is it?
That also can help if you don't want to get stuck living at home again.
This is a whole other discussion. Please put tomorrow.
Love you, Mum and Dad.
I want the exact steps
No, we can't.
that ended up with you getting a fully... But you're a grown man with
I
a
know.
job and a career and you're amazing.
But I hit Europe hard last year and I'm still paying it off, man.
Yeah, I know. So it's only fair that somebody pays for another trip to Europe. I'm 50 and I'm only going for the first time now. Anyway, we'll talk about this tomorrow.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
And we have revealed an unbelievable secret. Daily Mail headline, she has shared the little-known secret to never paying rent. Now, this little-known secret is let your parents do it. Live with them. And I think it's a great idea.
Look, if my parents lived closer to the city, I would absolutely be open to living with them.
That is a lie.
I would.
No. Danielle, you have a brother who just moved back in with mum.
Yes, he has, since he moved out, late teenage years, I reckon he's moved back in with her at least 4 or 5 times.
And what is it? What is it that keeps on bringing him back? Is it the company? Is it someone to do his washing? Is it the great food? Is it the conversation?
Oh, I think it would be the washing and the food.
Yeah, and she still does that.
Oh, yeah. She would pretty much do it for any of us if we would let her, but I'm not like that.
Yeah, see, she must be a bit like me. Now, you are in Upper Kedron, aren't you?
Yeah.
My grandfather used to like a drink at the Kedron Hotel there.
Oh,
yes.
You know the funny thing? Upper Kedron's actually nowhere near Kedron.
Oh.
So many people go, I know where Kedron is, and it's like, yeah, it's nowhere near Upper Kedron.
Oh, what a shame. I'm sure he would have drunk where you live as well.
Danielle,
Thanks, Danielle.
we're going to send you a Caddy carry-on business. Elevate the journey with Caddy, premium Australian-designed luggage available now at Maya.
They are gorgeous.
Aren't they?
I think I've got one coming to me for my big European. Oh, my God, I'm so
believe
excited.
you do.
All right, Ash, hello.
Hi.
No, you still live at home?
Yes, we had to move back in after we were living. I met my husband overseas, and we were being ski bums, and because we were ski bums for so long, we couldn't afford to rent our own house. So I moved back home and brought my husband with me.
Okay, so what's it like?
Pretty normal, kind of like having flatmates, except they do more stuff for you.
Oh my God!
And have you got plans to move out, Ash?
Once we get enough money saved up, yeah, hopefully, but it's definitely not for a long time.
Now, are your parents, were they always quite progressive or were they rulesy?
They were always pretty progressive. Like, our house was the house that all our friends would come and hang over at, and they've taken in some of, like, my sister's friends that fell on hard times, so they've always been pretty chill
and
about having people.
Are you in your childhood bedroom or did you move into another one?
I, at first, tried moving into my brother's bedroom because I was like, it's weird bringing your husband home to your childhood bedroom. But that room was too hot, so now we're back in my childhood bedroom, and it is a little weird.
Oh, my God. Like, you're sleeping with your boyfriend under your parents' room.
Do you have to, like, stay quiet at night and stuff, if you know what I mean, Yash?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, I love this so much.
It's such a funny thought, like, with your husband. Anyway, Ash, we're sending you a Caddy carry-on business suitcase. They're available now at Maya.
You can pack all your bits and bobs in there when you run away from home eventually. Hello, Donna.
Hello, how are you?
Please tell me everything about living from home. Is it as beautiful as I imagine?
I'm really, really lucky, and it really works well for us. Yeah.
Tell us your situation, Donna.
So I'm a sole parent. I have a 7-year-old boy, and I was living over in Perth. And when I decided to move back to Queensland to be near my family, because I got made redundant, my family very kindly suggested that we find a property that we could all live on. And then my son just gets to live his best life, has the best relationship with my parents, and it's my little village to help me be able to work and do the things that I need to do as well. So it works beautifully.
Donna, I love this idea. It's like the Golden Girls.
I am the luckiest, though, because my parents are amazing. So, yeah.
Oh, my God. That sounds like a dream come true.
That's epic. A Caddy carry-on business suitcase for you, Donna. Should we call Paddy Swan and organise that for you?
No.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's do this.
Chrissy's clickbait.
Now, look, I don't like Donald Trump. I don't.
No. He's so entertaining, though. I don't like him, or I honestly don't know much about his politics, but wow, he's an entertainer.
And I think people either really love him or really hate him. I just feel nothing. But have you seen those people that have lost their minds that he's, been indicted and charged? And
yeah, his fans standing outside the court were like next level sad.
Yeah, like Beatles mania level. Well, he has said about Taylor Swift, I think she's beautiful. Very beautiful. I find her very beautiful. I think she's liberal. She probably doesn't like Trump. No, she doesn't. Have you watched her movie? I hear she's very... He says, I hear she's very talented. What do you mean you hear she's very talented?
Surely Trump's not listening to the radio, and I don't think he's doing any of his own socials, so maybe he genuinely doesn't know Swanee.
And also, it doesn't matter to him whether she or not she's talented, because he goes on to say, I think she's very beautiful, actually unusually beautiful. Get that name out of your orange chapped mouth. Get it out of there. Do not speak of my Queen and Saviour ever again. Let's go on to your Queen and Saviour, Jack, Billie Eilish. You are such a big fan of hers, and so am I.
I know. Have you listened to the new album yet?
I haven't. I've done the Dua Lipa one.
Okay.
Have you listened to Tricky Max and Quay that I've given you?
No.
You're going to watch Almost Famous tonight. I love that we're sharing each other's expertise.
But Hit Me Hard and Soft, Billie's new album, I could not be a bigger advocate for it.
Okay, I listened to Sweet Disposition last night over and over when I was cleaning the kitchen when all the kids had gone to bed. Tonight, I'm going to put Billie Eilish on while I'm cleaning. Now, Billie Eilish has sat down with Lily Allen as well for a BBC podcast called Miss Me. And she revealed that when she became famous, she lost all her friends.
Sad.
Which would be devastating. But I get it as well.
And being a teenager, she got famous at like 14 or 15. You're kind of removed from them all.
Yeah, and you know, people would assume that she was too busy, and maybe she probably was.
Yeah.
I mean, her whole life would be completely unrelatable to a normal teenager. But she's found her friends again. Have a listen.
I reconnected with a bunch of old friends, and now I have so many friends.
Billy, have you got a crew now?
I have a crew now. I have friends. I could literally cry about it. It's been like the greatest thing that's happened to me. Friendship is like the best part of my life. And Smile, you have that line that's, with a little help from my friends, I found the light at the tunnel at the end. And I used to like want to cry hearing that line because I didn't feel that way because I didn't have friends.
Oh, I can't imagine.
I know.
I've been quite a bad friend lately because I've been so busy. And it's my new June's resolution. Will you help me?
I'll help you.
I think it starts by picking up the phone, which I find very, very hard.
And also with your wrist at the moment, I just don't think you can do that.
I think I have to go and have an x-ray.
We need to wrap this show up so you can go to the hospital and sort that out.
Now check this out. The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.